Yo, Israel, Israel, two members of parliament in Israel submitted bid so that the name Jesus Christ should be banned and it should be criminalized. They submitted a bid in parliament yesterday, 22nd of March 2023, that parliament should criminalize the mentioning of the word or the name Jesus Christ, so that whosoever mentions the name Jesus Christ in the land of Israel should be seen as a criminal and should be dealt with accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is truth telling and brain at work. When we started telling you people, when we started liberating you, telling you, you see, we have different field. You might be good in mathematics. Someone might be good in biology. Somebody is good in philosophy. Someone is good in communication. We are also, and our field is religious research and communication. And as a philosophy student, whatever I say, I know exactly the point I am making. So now, there are some questions I'll be asking. I'll be asking some questions. If eventually this bid to criminalize the mentioning of the word or the name Jesus Christ in the land of Israel, if eventually that bid is accepted by parliament and the law is passed and the Jesus Christ, someone almost said by the mention of the name Jesus, all knees shall bow and then. Now, you are not going to mention it for the knee to bow. After all, no knee has ever bowed. Now listen to this. Who are the people who want to criminalize the name Jesus Christ? Who are the people? They are the Israelites. Israelite. Say you people say Israel is the holy land. That is where. Say Israel is the holy land. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 20 going. They'll say a time will come. 10 foreigners will come to one Jew and tell him that we want to go with you because we have heard that the Lord is with you. So according to the book of Zechariah, God, Yahweh, is with the Jews, not the Christians. John chapter 4, verse 22, Jesus told the woman, you Samaritans worship who you do not know, but we Jews know who we worship, because it is from the Jew that the salvation comes. And these Jews are the ones saying that the name Jesus Christ should be criminalized. And the Bible is saying that God is with the Jews. And the Jews says the name Jesus should be criminalized. When you read Exodus chapter 19, God says he has taken the nation Israel as his property, so that the Levites shall serve him forever and ever. Christians, you are not the property of God. You are not. It is the Jew. And the members, people from among the Jew, want to criminalize the mentioning of the word Jesus Christ. What do you have to say? Now let me give you a little breakdown about what Israel is. When you read Exodus chapter 4 verse 22, Exodus chapter 4 verse 22, God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and perform all the wonders he has given him to do, and tell Pharaoh that Israel is his firstborn son. So if God has a child, Israel, the nation Israel, is the firstborn son of God. That is according to Bible. Exodus chapter 4 verse 22. That Israel is my firstborn son. If you go to Hosea chapter 11 verse 1, or say, when Israel was a child, I love him. Out of Egypt, I call my son. Out of Egypt, I call my son. I've not heard where God said this about Italy. I've not seen where God has said this about Christians in the Bible. But it is the Jew, Israel. Back to Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. Israel is my firstborn son. And when we come to New Testament, with you people, you don't know the authors of the New Testament. John chapter 3, verse 16 is telling you that for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And according to New Testament, the only begotten son of God is Jesus. Now let me ask you a question here. Watch this. If Israel is the firstborn son and Jesus is the only begotten son, then tactically there mustn't be any difference between Israel and Jesus. Because if Jesus is the only begotten son and if Jesus is the only begotten son and Israel is the firstborn son, then Israel must be the same as Jesus. But hey, no, they are not the same. In this case, the firstborn son of God wants the only begotten son of God banished. It's a bit confusing. It's a bit confusing. But that is the actual nature of the Bible. It's a confusing book. Exodus 4:22. Israel is the firstborn son of God. And the firstborn son of God wants to banish the only begotten son of God, according to John 3:16. Now, I'm asking, for those who vehemently say that Jesus is God, the one who came, according to, I think 1 Timothy 3:16, say, God was manifested in the flesh. God was manifested in the flesh. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word is God. John 1:1. So for those of you who say that Jesus is God, are you trying to say that the Jews are trying to banish God from their land because of God? Are you going to tell me that the Jews are trying to protect God, so they want to so they want to ban God from their land? To say, Seto, have you seen that? And the people who say Jesus is God, Jesus is God. A book says Jesus is God. What is your brain telling you? What is your brain telling you? Mose Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. You say it is about Jesus. And the person being referred to in Isaiah 9:6, he say the person is a prince of peace. Mose Jesus is the person there. So if Jesus is the one Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6 is speaking about, then Jesus is a prince. Now if Jesus is a prince, then there is a king. And you are telling me that the prince is the same person as the king. What kind of logic is this, my dear Christian? My dear Christian, ladies and gentlemen, this is truth telling time. Bring her to work. It is either you accept the truth and you join us, or you knowingly and willingly decide to reject the truth and embrace the falsehood. But that, of course, it's your choice. This is truth telling time. Brain at work. TTT. Brain at work. You are listening to your brother Sexta Dakoba. My telephone number is 054-123-2463. You will meet again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Truth Telling Time TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Atheism with Dakoba. Atheism with Dakoba on YouTube. We are on Twitter. Truth Telling Time. Truth Telling Time. On TikTok, Truth Telling Time. All right. Follow us for more updates. We give updates in all domains, politics, religion, and everything. 2 members of parliament in Israel have submitted a bid to criminalize the mentioning of the word Jesus Christ. And I'm asking, if this bid is eventually accepted and is being passed on, those of you who say Jesus is God, what are you going to say? It is sincere. We'll meet again. Thank you.